The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Atlanta Falcons. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now Hall to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play Going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Looking to throw is Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
To the air, Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 83 yards. And the Falcons have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bears nothing.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing is Williams. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. On the draw, it's Hall. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. To throw, it's Williams. A pass complete to Adunze. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw, Williams. This pass out wide to Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now they'll audible to something else. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. 7-7, our score after one.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Okay, ready?
3rd and 4.
70 Ranger.
Back to throw here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Ball again on 2nd down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Williams. Looking middle, and that's complete. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Well, now they'll shift things around. Play action. Now Williams. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him.
Second down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Williams. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game.
3rd down and goal.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown.
Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. He'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
It's a gain of 5. And it'll be second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Williams. There's Hall bringing in another one. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's home. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Ball again. To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 3rd and 10.
The tackle made at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
And the Bears first down. A gain of 14. First down, Chicago.
In motion, the tight end. They'll give to Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And this offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That flag, that'll push him back 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Touchdown! Drake London, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the 4th quarter as the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They'll go again with Hall. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and
back to throw. Williams. And this is caught. He hits more. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Straight ahead is Hall. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him. Feet were moving. The legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A handoff for Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. A give running right is Hall. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal.
I got him, on me.
They'll try and run for it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Breece Hall saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Falcons 17. Joshua Carney.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That's caught by Pitts.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
A gain of 13 yards. It's now 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run. It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now second down and a few inches. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it's incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. The Bears will be shuffling on to the Super Bowl. They are the NFC champs, as we say goodnight, everybody. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.